back. Let's continue on this mastering OpenSCAD within 10 project. We are still in the basic the chapter, and we follow the last one. We are already done enough discussion about the basic shape and the for loop, the combining difference, and we don't use this union and the intersection yet, but just use the difference. We already be able to draw this nice symmetry, geometry. So now this video will go to the module, because we just built this one time, but if we want to use our plate multiple times without have to copy this one by one. So we are starting to use a powerful weapon in OpenSCAD. It's called the module. So we're starting to save this as our 03 module. Let's make that. So the primary, the code are still there because module means you call this as the predefined block of the program and give the necessary parameter, and then they will load the inside program and to make this geometry modeling. So let's change this to our module. So the difference, we call this part are the repeatable part. So let's see. So xy minus x value. So what we have done till here are same. So let's starting from here to make our module. What's the module name? You can give is whole plate. And how many parameter? So one is the size. Size is this XYZ, and then the whole, the diameter, and the whole margin. So we have this size whole. Size actually is our plate. So we need to give our plate XYZ dimension. So whole DM, whole margin. So that is our module, and with curly braces, and we make them together. And what we put is you can have a tab inside. So your module is done here. So you don't need this additional the space line. So let's just try to call. So if we call this whole plate with, maybe we see the smaller 50, 10 thicker. That is our size, and the whole diameter is 6, and the margin is 4. So let's code that. We should get our another different things. Whole plate. This one. So we have those doesn't need. So that is 80. It's a very small one. So we got our plate. So here is we need to pay attention to your definition. So we don't use the plate because we code now is the size. Hope is others are same. So now let's see. So we have our plate, but since we have a very thick, so this the plate, the hole is oh, we also have some error. So ignoring unknown variable plate. So we always need to change the plate to size. So you can change all one by one, or you can use this way. I can introduce this find and replace. So they give you size when you select, but what we want is we want to change plate. But you don't want to change this plate and this plate. So let's see, our plate always have a dot. Then it's only this 5, and we will change to size dot. So replace all. Then that's done. So I think that is the new plate we are draw from here is 80, not the original one. So that is the good thing. So you can give some default the value here. So for example, size is I put is 155 because I know these are my original the size. So DM is 6 and the margin is 4. So if I comment this and you just use plate without any parameter, then you get your default value loaded. So that is very the good the important, I should say, the way. So if you don't put any parameter, you still can draw something because you draw some real workable one. So that gave the people some indication is what's your module really doing. So try to use some default value, and then is no problem is you can start to give the different value. So like C is now size. You can use the size equal, or you can just follow the sequence of this. Then they will put this to size and 6 to the diameter, 4 to margin. So, but don't change that. But if you gave some name, then you can put that into the different order. Like let me test. Is I mention whole margin first. Whole margin is 2. Then I mention whole DM second. This is 3. So whether I can get those things? Yes. That's no difference because you are now defined the value explicit. So translate. Then we can do the translate is 0, 60, 0. Then move in the Y, the Excel. So move to that part. And then we have our this one as well. So this is over by default. So we have this compared, and then let's do another one. So we make it 60 in X. Then we have the 3 one. So like this one, but we can have the different. Like it's DM is bigger, so 5. Margin is bigger, 5. So that is the comparison. So if you want to see the margin is even bigger, let's make it 15. So then it's coming to more in the center. So that is the purpose is we can use the module to load your program in multiple times with changing this parameter. That's also called as parameterize. So that's the first one. Let's save that to the next exercise. So second one. Once you have defined the module, you can use this like it's a basic shape because now we have a shape like plate, the sphere or cube. We can just use a whole plate, and later on you can save this into one library, and you can load that into your model file and use that. One library can include multiple modules, then you can use those modules freely. And we use the last version of description from previous section. It allows us to easily extend the functional functionality of modules, such as we can parameterize the number of holes. So now we put this additional parameter, hole count. Hole count is 2, 2. So now it's no difference on here. It's the same, and then here is the whole distance depends on this count. So that's the same as I increase this number, but we don't need to increase that number. In the hard coding, we can put this parameterize divided by whole count. On the x is 2 dot x minus 1. And then this size y whole count dot 1 minus 1. Then these are size minus 0.1. So that means we just ensure we have enough edge. And then for x value, y value, so d is the size d plus, h is this one. So that is the case. So you can see we have every plate only have 2 hole because x is only 2. And we need to give some parameter. So first one is 150. Let's because we don't have this let me see here, 155. Only 2. So that's the difference to this coding. So let's examine what are the part size. Cylinder is the same, and just let's see. So whole size is this one. Whole DM, whole margin, whole count equal to 2. So this is size. ADS margin is whole margin plus this one is same. Whole distance is size x minus 2 ADS margin, then divided by whole counts x minus 1. And then here whole counts ABS whole counts y minus 2. Okay, so here is 2. I put 1, so it's delete, make that to 0. So now it's back here, and then the others are same. So let's put here is if you want to do the troubleshooting, I think it's you can echo x whole dist y whole dist. Just try to see. First is 86, 36, 43, 43, 15, 15. So that is the 86 is this one from here to here. So that's within 100. And 36 is this distance. And then we need to change the later part. We gave some the parameter size is 50-50. Home margin is 2. Home DM is 3. And we will give this whole count with the mole count is 4, 6. So that means 4 rows, 6 columns. So let's see. Yeah, count. Whole count equal to 4, 6. Oh, so I missed this comma. So now you can see you got this one. Let's make that easier to see. And the last is we have our size, 50, 50, 5. Margin, 15. Margin, let's go to 5. Whole, go to 5. And we have this whole. Yeah, don't forget about count equal to 4, 3. Then press. So now you see the exact. So how about this? I go to quite big. So if I put this 10, what's the happened? So you get is very the density. So if I put the 20, so they are cutting is each other. So that, but they still they have those holes depending by your the purpose. So let's see. So I put that into 10. So that gave you a very the nice, easier to build those the plate with many holes. So some shape you really need that. And then this if you have this dollar have number of face, let's say 100, you will get very smooth those holes. But keep in mind that when you render that, you need to wait certain times depending on power of your PC. So that is the this extended the module usage with more the perimeter. And moving on, we will have some conditional description. So depending on which condition, we can have the different treatment. So let's save this to third. So we have the same things, and then we want to make some, let's see, so the check. So if home count more than 1, we will do this. But if it's not more than 1, if we did -1, that not make sense. So we just give 0. So that is our condition. So we can also use that. And then this here. So condition is with a question mark and with the these 2 conditions based on true or false. So that's no big difference. So we have this condition and this condition. So x whole. So if we have let's give a condition whole count dot x more than 1 question. Then if yes, then we will do this calculation. If no, then I give whole disk distance is 0. Same as whole count y. If that's more than 1, is this one. If this is not more than 1, I will give 0. And others are same. So you can keep adding this echo, but just to save performance, you can mark this. And then we have also the value. We need to see also check this one. So x value, if that is whole counts dot x is more than 1, I will do this part. Otherwise, I just need to do the size dot x divided by 2. So because I don't have this whole distance, that is just 0. So I don't need that coming to here. So and the same as this is whole count dot y, whether it's more than 1. If yes, keep. If no, then size dot y divided by 2. And what we will do is this will be kept, and that will be the difference for us to call over the program. So that's we can see here, if we give our 1, and in the x is just divided, give the 0. So that is only 1. So it's no arrow for here. It's still true or something. So if I give more than 1, then that give our the right correct the modeling. So if I put this 1 1, you can see just 1. And also here, if I give is 1, then it's on x is 2, 1 is y is 1. So that is the way is you can use this conditional the checking to check the which is the pyramid the statement you want to run when the checking is true, and also the checking result is false, which you will run. So that is the easier for you to control the direction of your program. And then well, we have look at this last part. Is no big difference. So I just wanted to stop here because no, let me save this because we have one more conditional checking with this Boolean calculation. So you can see here. So if whole count x equal to 0 and whole count y equal to 0, I will just draw this cube. I don't need to did this difference because difference is give additional the workload for the computer. But if I know is that there's no hole, I just gave you a cube. So that is one more. This the checking. So also can make your the program running more the control under control. So if whole count dot x equal to 0 and use and whole count dot y equal to 0. You give this curly braces and you will do cube size. Otherwise means else. Else I will have another one, and also I put this in the last, and those are putting inside the curly braces. So now is if I put something is 0 and 0. So let's give our whole plate. Let's see. So I want to make this 0 0. I just draw this plate. So there's no need to go to here. So that means you don't get anything from here. So that is the basic. I hope it's through this part you can have some idea. So the include and use, the different things you get this explanation. You can watch my earlier video on the tutorial. So include means you include the modules as well as those the command, which means if this is a file, you include, or you also include those actual loading the statement. But we prefer to use use. Use is just load the file and not running this directly. Import is we will use that in the 2D or 3D. The modular, the modeling part is you can load some external image or external the model. So here, so for example, I think it's maybe I know our file here. Just before closing this, in tutorial, I think it's on chapter 9. Finally, so we build our interesting car. So this is our car. It's our STL. So I know this path. So let's try to make our load. So within this our model. So let me put this. I want to import this file. And what I need to do is I need to back 1, back 2, then tutorial, then chapter 9. Let's see. Okay, so then I will make that translate. Give that higher. So 0, 0, 50. Let's have a look. So you have this one, so you can directly load some STL file. Even you don't see the detail. So because this file is already rendered and export. But if you just got some the model file and you want to add, for example, I want to give this ready model with some additional parts. I just want to add that. Then it's your freedom. You can start to add it based on some existing model. The image is just the 2D the file, so you can load. So that is also interesting part. I will stop here and thanks for your watching on the past videos. We finished this basic part. Next video we are moving to the actual the project building, starting from this shelf bracket. See you then.